Clicks podcast. I'm Jordan Pollock, and today's shirt is brought to you by ttheory.com, who we are not sponsored by.
No.
Podcast listeners, remember, follow us on Twitter at PixelClicksPod to see today's shirt in picture form. Anyway, as always, I am not alone. The director and improv comedian Sergio Lopez is here.
I see that my toes are still on my feet, thusly I can walk today.
The ambassador for the PC Master Race, Cody Franklin, is here.
Hi, everybody. You guys can see me and Jordan on TV later this week.
Oh
Sunday.
yeah, it's gonna happen.
Gonna
He who has the ever-changing intro, Shane Carpenter, is here.
I literally have no idea what you mean.
I've introduced you so many different ways these past 14 episodes.
The man with the whitest background.
The man with the whitest background.
I have a very white background.
It's a nice one. I mean, I think we all, aside for
Do you
Sergio, because he has one in a white background. So
Now I have culture because I'm a minority. Hey, hey, hey.
Don't believe him, everybody. I saw him before this podcast started. He has the whitest, skinniest legs a Mexican ever has.
I'm kind of like a werewolf, but except during the full moon, I turn into a white man. It's like, oh, my taxes. And then...
That's the podcast title. My taxes.
Yeah, my taxes. Every full moon, I worry about my taxes, even though I did them in April.
If you guys,
Because Fox News and the government says I don't pay my taxes. So
if you guys pay attention to the titles of this show, they're almost exclusively all Sergio quotes.
Pretty much.
I can't help what comes out of my mouth. All right.
That's what she said.
We give Sergio the unofficial title of He Who Names the Podcasts.
He who names the podcast.
That's my other job title.
Podcast titler.
Podcast time.
So this has been a long week, guys. I feel like a lot of stuff happened.
Nah, not really.
Let's run it down in 10 seconds. Say them all right now.
That was all in Gorley.
That was seconds.
It's impressive. That's a lot of stuff. I have a question really quick. So, did we all watch The Avengers yet?
Yeah.
We did.
Yeah.
Can I just say I love that freaking movie so much?
That movie is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
A++.
Good.
You know what? Even Quicksilver wasn't too bad, and I was worried about that.
I really like Quicksilver. Well, granted, I really like Aaron Taylor Johnson, so I'm kind of biased to begin with. So,
you know who was an unexpected surprise was how awesome Hawkeye was.
How was that unexpected? Hawkeye's always been cool.
Well, the thing is, he had nothing to do for 8 movies, and then finally in this movie, they're just like, you know what? Let's give him all the good lines,
Pretty much.
with the exception of a couple from Thor.
Yeah, no, he did have. I could do it right now. No one would know. No one would know.
These are spoiler lines, so
That was completely out of context.
Yeah.
No one's gonna know.
My favorite.
Really quickly though,
is
one of my favorite lines is when he basically breaks the fourth wall and talks about how ridiculous what's happening is.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was gonna say.
That was the best line. That's the best line.
Yeah,
of the movie.
definitely. Just
I could only imagine.
I'm just a dude with a bow and arrow.
Yep.
Nothing.
I don't
makes
got time for this, man.
And you know what? It's like what they reveal with him and all that stuff in the middle portion and the farmhouse. It's like, man, he is gonna get murdered in the next few Marvel movies.
Oh, I was totally
It's gonna
expecting that. Yeah.
Well, then again, when Infinity Wars happens, half of them are gonna die, like that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, we all know
Civil
Thanos is
War
coming,
will kill
and I just don't know how a guy with a bow and arrow is gonna deal with Thanos.
I'm still kind of pissed that Whedon almost got Miss Marvel and Spider-Man at the end. That was so good.
Can I just say that in Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2, Miss Marvel was my favorite character.
I still have that on my PSP. I play that one as well.
I have it somewhere in my PS3 collection, but no, that game is so... Why don't they make more of that game?
Because they have Marvel Heroes 2015.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Where you can pay to play each character.
Yeah, right, exactly.
I'm fine with them not having Spider-Man and Miss Marvel in this one though, because I want them to save it for Civil War.
Yeah,
No,
that's
yeah, that would have been good too. But I'm just saying, like, it would have been an amazing gift. But you know, it's fine that they weren't there.
Yeah, it would have been like a really nice stinger. Spoiler alert: there's no stinger at the end of Avengers 2.
No, there's no
It's like that
Swampy.
stinger, and I like that. You know,
Yeah,
they're
just
just like, we're gonna put a
mid-credit
stinger in, but it's really early. You don't have to actually watch all the credits.
Yeah.
We know you don't want to be sitting here, so
Yeah.
we'll show you the important credits, and then you can leave.
I really like the stingers. I like at the end of the actual credits because I like to look at all the different names and just say, oh, that guy's in this too. Like, oh, that guy's name is Guy Man. What's the weird name? And you know,
Dude, bro. Oh.
See, I do it just because I'm a film snob. I do it to pay respects of the dead. Of that, I mean, the people who did the movie. You know, you see the names. Even the people at the end, no one ever has ever seen the people at the end. No one knows who's there. It's the same 6 guys for every movie, but no one knows who those 6 guys are.
Right.
Yeah, it's like Ralph Macchio.
Yeah, that's what. My cousin
Frederick
Vinny,
Tatum.
like Vinny, my cousin Vinny is actually.
Yes.
Steve Man.
Man.
He prefers Steve Mann.
Man.
Ed McMahon.
Ed McMahon, yes, the immortal Ed McMahon.
It's 4.
Phil Bellamy, not
Phil-
related to Bill Bellamy.
No.
He
But
gets
related-
really mad if you.
Yeah, but in fact related to Phil Spencer, so that's 6. There you
Yeah, because that's how first names work.
go. Mhm.
Phil Spencer quit Xbox and joined movie making?
Yeah. No, he's kind of like Thanos. He's always been around.
Oh.
He's just
He's
always
gathering all the Infinity Gems.
gathering it. Thanos has lost every single Infinity Gem. Did you notice that?
Yeah. I mean, well, he's never had them all. You know, there's 6, and then you know he's supposed to have all of them, but now he doesn't even have 5. Kind of like Tony Hawk has 5 games that are going to be coming out.
You know what's my favorite?
Take it.
You know what's my favorite thing about the Tony Hawk 5 reveal?
What?
Is that it was leaked by Tony Hawk's caterer on his Instagram. It's the funniest thing. Like, this dude, he has all these tables set up. He's like, yo, someone takes a picture of him. In the background's a big ass sign that says Tony Hawk 5.
It's not his fault. I mean, he was just like he was just like having a good time, and then
No, that was so funny. But yeah, so Tony Hawk 5 is a thing. It's coming out. I don't know when it's coming out, but I like that they're going back to just normal Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5 because
except it's not.
It's not really. I don't know. Like, the series got super weird after 4. Then they went to Thug. I mean, American Tony Hawk's Underground 2, and American Wasteland. Which I don't know if you guys knew this, but I have played every single Tony Hawk game up until American Wasteland.
Where they had BMX in it.
Oh God, it was the randomest thing, and I refused to play Tony Hawk's Downhill Jam for the Wii. Project 8 for PS3
I
and
liked
Xbox
Project
360.
8. I thought that was a fun game.
Tony Hawk's Ride, because I did not want to buy
A guitar to stand on.
yeah, basically the Wii fitness board. And I did not play, what was the other one? Like Tony Hawk's Ride and...
For the record, I liked Underground, the first one. I thought that was...
Underground 1 was fun. It was good.
I don't know what happened with that second one.
2 was really, really weird. And then American Wasteland is just like, they're not even Tony Hawk anymore.
Mm.
They just put all the different extreme sports into there, except for rollerblading. Because it's too extreme. Rollerblading is way too extreme.
All I know is, here I am.
I mean...
I look forward to the soundtrack.
Oh, I hope
love
the soundtrack's good.
Soundtrack for
so-
Tony Hawk.
I hope
I
they
didn't...
put ska in it.
That would be nice. I like ska.
I like
For a
ska.
Tony Hawk game, it's
I
wonderful.
love ska. You guys should listen to that, man.
They need. There's one song that they absolutely need, and that's "Santeria" by Sublime, because
Okay.
I just like that song.
Yeah,
I don't
that's a good
practice
song.
Santeria. I ain't got no crystal ball. Do we have any details of Tony Hawk 5? Because I didn't look it up myself.
Well, the one detail that I know that stood out to me
Screenshots.
is that there's projectiles. You shoot projectiles.
Yeah, which is a staple of Tony Hawk games because you skateboard and then shoot things
Shoot
at
each
people.
other.
Tony Hawk's Extreme Skateboard.
Next, they're just gonna give him a gun.
Oh yeah, no, that's everyone
There's
has a gun.
literally just screenshots though, and then supposedly Game Informer is going to do their thing for it.
Their
next
big little
month.
reveals and stuff.
Yeah,
So is that gonna be the cover story for
June
next month's for June's?
probably,
All right, I guess that's
which
cool.
is weird since it's
Yeah.
E3 month. I would think they'd know if it's a Tony Hawk, but I would think they'd cover something.
I feel like they'd have like a nice like a collage of different games, like what to look forward to at E3 this year, and stuff
Well,
like that.
Here's the thing: Skate's already got the realistic skateboarding thing down,
True.
though they haven't made one in a while. So I think Tony Hawk's just got to own this goofiness and just make it as crazy as possible. Why not have the Skyrim dragon like flipping like doing a dark side grind? Why not have that? I would love to see mods on the PC where you are Thomas the Tank Engine or Macho Man Randy Savage doing that.
Take a book out of Grand Theft Auto's mods where you have like monkeys and deer and dogs and all that fun stuff.
That would be they might as well just put the goat from Goat Simulator into it because why
There you go.
not?
There you go.
I mean, remember in Metal Gear Solid 2 Substance when they had
Yeah.
the skateboarding minigame?
See, Kojima knew it was going down. He's like the future is skateboarding.
It was so weird. That was back when Konami was cool.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, they're not anymore. Now, last podcast, I told you guys, if you haven't downloaded PT yet, at least start the download and just have it in your library, and then it'll be there forever.
Yeah, because I did that
Well-
too.
Well, about 2 days after the podcast,
2 days
Konami went and scrubbed PT off of the PSN entirely.
But we don't
So-
like no scrub. A scrub is a man who can't get no love from me.
So
Riding my
unless you
passenger
have,
side
Best
with my
friend's
best friend ride, trying to
Trying
holler
to-
at me.
Yep.
Nope, not gonna take.
So,
unless
if-
you have the game actually installed on your
Yeah.
PS4,
Yeah.
it's
So
gone.
now I sound ridiculous when I made fun of the people last time for selling their consoles with PT on it for like $8,000 billion. Because
Yep.
now that's totally a thing, and
Yeah.
I would be evil and do that too.
But unfortunately, eBay was like, okay, no more of this. No more selling these PS4s with PT on it. So there's no way to get PT at all
Craigslist.
anymore. Craigslist,
yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
Except with that really, hey, can I have a PS3? What is it? A Nintendo 64 with PT in it? Yeah, sure, whatever. All right, here's a stab to the rib. That
We're gonna come over to your house later
Yeah,
and just steal all your stuff.
Yeah. Oh, can I get change for that stab? No, but you can get another stab to your dick, and then they just they die. Even if the girl is getting stabbed in the dick, they will put a dick on there, and then they will stab. Wait, that was weird. Let's move on. Hey guys, isn't it weird that Battlefront just keeps getting more meh?
Right? I mean, Cody, I believe it was you that said that every time there's a new announcement for Battlefront, it's just of more stuff that's not going to be in the game.
I mean, that's pretty much what it feels like. It's like, hey, we're not doing these maps. Hey, we're not going to have this be playable. Hey, we're not going to have iron sights. It's like, what will you have? Like, I
I
want it
gotta
to
say,
be good. Like, everybody wants it to be good, but at the way the rate they're going, it's just like, I feel like we're going to have like 2 stormtroopers just point blank in some sand going pew 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 pew, and that's what we're going to get for gameplay.
Now, to be completely honest, I'm okay with all this, with all the stripping it down, because if they strip it down, that means what they have better be good. So that stuff, that's my hope. That's my hope. So no iron sights. The original game didn't have iron sights. All right, distinguished itself separately.
FPS games before Halo didn't have iron sights.
And then, sure, yeah, it is sad that there is no space battles. Maybe we'll get one in a future DLC thing. It's okay, but we still have atmospheric air battles, so that's fine. But it would have been great. But it's like as long as they get what's gonna be in there good, then I'll be fine. And there's 12 maps, so that's not too bad, especially since these maps are changeable, like how most Battlefield ones are, where they're like huge and they get smaller. So I'm still like optimistic, but
Yeah.
it's still interesting that they are saying like there is no more stuff coming
See,
out.
I have this crazy idea, guys. Now bear with me here. Bear with me. Now instead of EA or DICE or whoever announcing what's in the game or what's not in the game, what if just hang in there. What if they released a trailer that was nothing but gameplay?
That might happen in E3.
I feel like if they showed a trailer that was nothing but gameplay, everyone would be like, "Oh my gosh, this is what the game looks like. That's pretty cool."
Yeah.
Or like,
Yeah.
like the slow trickling out of information as we get closer and closer to E3, which is what 3-4 weeks from now. Is cool and everything, but I feel like they're just digging the hole deeper and deeper just to make people more and more disappointed.
Yeah. I will just say, to play devil's advocate real quick, to what Sergio was saying about the smaller amount of content. It just feels weird that
I agree.
much bigger team. It just feels weird, yeah. That a much bigger team with presumably a hell of a lot more money because it's DICE and it's Disney money and everything behind it now because it's Star Wars. That this much bigger team with much more money seems to be doing such a smaller game compared to the past games.
Hey, does this feel weird?
Yeah.
Does this feel weird? I'm touching you. It took me a second to figure out where you were. But now, man, I'm touching you. Oh, does it feel weird? Okay, fine.
Okay.
No, yeah, keep going. No, it's fine. I couldn't stop thinking about you saying does it feel weird and me touching you through the screen.
That was it.
But-
Yeah.
No, I totally get that too, and that does kind of like make me raise an eyebrow. But it's like I still have that hope. But it's just they're totally marketing it wrong in the sense of like we don't have this, we don't have that. They should be saying like we do have. I'm always Mr. Brightside.
Well, and to be the negative Nancy on the team, if you will let me, DICE is probably working on multiple projects at the moment, and EA is giving them a lot of crap, and they're going to be really busy all the time, and they're going to be splitting their resources, and I mean, what can you expect? DICE is stretched thin.
I mean, yeah, that makes total sense. I mean, it's not smart to think that DICE is only working just on Battlefront. I mean, they're a huge company. They have multiple dev teams within that company, and EA is kind of a slave driver. So,
For the record, they have other teams. EA's got other teams like Amy Hedgehog is doing another one. The Dead Space guys. So
yeah.
And my secret hope is that they're gonna do 1313 again.
Yeah. So
Please.
what Sergio was saying is Amy Hennig, formerly of Naughty Dog, is working with EA's Visceral team, who is known for the Dead Space series
And Hardline.
and Battlefield Hardline. So that should be a cool game. I mean, Amy Hennig is a fantastic writer.
For the record, she didn't work on Hardline.
Okay, yeah, no, that's fair. That's totally fair. But Visceral is who has worked on Hardline.
Yeah.
I think I just said Hardline. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to whatever they're gonna put together. I like Amy Hennig's writing, so hey, Uncharted 2 is one of my favorite games of all time. So should be good. Should be great.
You know what's not a favorite game of a lot of people, like multi-millions?
What?
World of Warcraft.
Dang, dog, you guessed in my brain.
Yes, that is true, because the World of Warcraft has dropped down to 7 million subs,
More like Country of Warcraft.
I don't know.
right?
Did they drop down to 7 million, or did they just lose 3 million?
They lost 3 million.
Yeah. I don't think they're at
Lost
exactly
it.
7 million. I believe it's at numbers lower than Cataclysm, which is the
Oof.
lowest. So that would make it the lowest they've been in many, 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 many years.
Yeah.
It's not looking good right now.
I keep on falling out of
But as somebody on Reddit pointed out, is actually they might not actually be losing money because they just introduced that whole token system,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it costs $20. So for every one of those sold, that equals at a subscription, it's $20 instead of $15 for a subscription.
That's
So
what I
you know,
said
if
on
a good chunk of the people got tokens instead of actual subscriptions, they found a way to wring more money out of less people.
That's what I was saying the other night when we were talking about this for the first time, was that they said or people are pretty much gathering from the call that Blizzard doesn't care that they lost the 3 million people because they're making a flat amount of money from all the services and stuff that they have on offer, because people are paying for character transfers, realm transfers, they're paying for, other like pets and
Yeah.
cosmetic crap.
All the
and-
pets and mounts and stuff, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, like
So-
dresses for their female characters.
Yeah.
and makeup.
Who does that? God, crazy
I wonder-
people.
I wonder if we know
Oh.
anyone who's spent untold amounts of money on, I don't know, clothing for female characters.
I
man,
don't
they're
know
hot.
anybody who would spend literally all of their money so they got to the point where they're almost broke on dressing their female character.
It's not me.
Nobody.
I mean, you'd have to be, I don't know, somebody who just wears red, has glasses.
Those damn red-wearing people, God.
Might have to be a particular
Those
person who
damn
comes
red
from a
shirts.
lineage of people that oppresses minorities.
Jesus.
Hey, we went there. No, but back to WoW.
Hey, this podcast was a train wreck. I'm just guiding it to where its destination should be. All right.
Hell,
Hell.
most likely.
Hell.
Yeah, right. No, but back.
There ain't no amount of savior that's gonna save this podcast.
Yeah. No, but back to the main issue though with WoW is the reason they've lost the 3 million people. As I was one of them. You guys know I was telling you guys, oh man, this expansion is amazing when it first came out, and it was fantastic until you get to 100 and you realize there's nothing to do. That's the big problem with the expansion is it's probably what, it's at least 6 months since it came out now, and they haven't added anything to do outside of raids.
It's probably because they're working on the next expansion.
Yeah. Well,
Most
the thing
likely,
is,
Probably.
6.2, the patch that's going to come out there shortly, does finally add a bunch of stuff, but it's kind of a situation where it feels like a little, too little, too late. Their whole thing with Warlords of Draenor before it came out is, we have this much bigger team, and now we can put stuff out sooner, and you're not going to see year-long droughts of content like you had after Siege of Orgrimmar, and et cetera, etc. But it's taken them 6 months to actually add stuff besides raids.
Yeah.
In those 6 months, instead of getting new dungeons or new zones, we got a selfie camera. I mean, this is the things that they're apparently spending their time on, And as people have pointed out on Reddit, even the expansion at release had less content than virtually every other expansion pack. And it cost us more than any other expansion pack. That's not a good sign. And then on top of that, you notice a lot of what the developers and PR people say when people ask them questions about this stuff. Like people ask, for example, dungeons. Why aren't you going to add any more dungeons after release? Because that's one thing people really like to do. And it's very telling the language they use. They've started to use language like it doesn't make good business sense to add dungeons.
Yeah.
And that's true. But that's not what gamers want. That's not what the players want. You want something that makes good game sense.
Yeah.
And adding dungeons is. good business sense reeks of them basically saying we're going to put a minimum amount of money we can at this to get the most amount of money out of you people. And that was one of the worst things they could have said to people. So, it's very telling if you go to the WoW subreddit, which has for years been pretty much praising, the god that is Blizzard. Almost every post in the last week has just been, this is BS. We're tired. We're sick of waiting. Where's the content, As everybody said, is the expansion pack where everything we get to do is for our NPCs and our garrison, and we just sit there and tell them to go do fun stuff while we sit there bored. When they literally have you sending NPCs out to do fun things instead of sending the players, that's not really a fun game.
See, this is things like this is what makes me happy that I'm now 2 years sober from WoW, and no plans on never going back. To be fair, Miss Pandaria added the table flip emote, which is funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, personally, if would it make sense if the next expansion, if there's another expansion after this, which there probably will be.
Oh, there is for sure. It's being made.
If they raise the level cap to like 110 or 105 or something, it's gonna drive me freaking insane, because that means there has to be another one that brings the level cap to 110, and then at least 120. Just make it even. Just give me an even number for the level cap, but not something random like 110. That's a weird last level to be on. So
9.
Level 9, yes.
Cloud
9.
That actually sent a shiver down my spine.
What if, guys? What if the last expansion resets the level cap to 60?
Oh, crazy talk!
That would be some. They'd have to do a lot of crunching to make all the
and that's a good point, like you're bringing up about just how ridiculous the levels have got, because you have to do an obscene amount of leveling now. That's why they added that whole boost for one of your characters to get immediately to 90, and the ability to buy that, because there is just such a ridiculous grind of levels now, and these changes that they've made, especially in WoD, that people pointed out too, is leveling a new character in the game sucks. Like, a lot of the changes they've made just make the lower levels make no sense. You've got these huge gaps between abilities. It's just like they didn't put any thought into new players coming to the game, leveling a character for the first time, and just going, none of these systems make sense. I have a talent that I get at level 10 that its effect modifies an ability you don't get for another 20 levels. How does that get by them, It's like, here's this cool thing you get that does nothing for 20 levels. But you got it now for some reason.
And you'll get another cool thing in another 10, 15 levels.
Yeah.
But, you're going to have to wait that long till you get something cool.
See, another reason why I'm not going back to WoW is because, like a crazy person, I like to play WoW by myself. I don't.
So do I. Which is why I play the much better. This is why I play the much better DC Universe Online.
Yep.
I knew it'd come out.
We just served it right up to him for that.
Yep. No, I Guild Wars 2 for that.
See, since we started talking about WoW, I was like, I'm gonna put this in because it's important. All right.
It's important.
There's no way it's not important.
It's a national treasure.
It's like Nicolas Cage.
It just sucks because, I really love the game and I want it to do good and I want interesting things to happen, but it just feels like we're giving them all this money and we're not getting anything,
Yeah.
There's a reason you lose 3 million subscribers in 6 months. That's not good.
Yeah. I have a question. This is more towards Shane and Sergio. What would it take to bring you back into WoW?
Free.
Okay.
Because you know why? Because I'm super cheap. Because I'm a scumbag.
Well, I mean,
give me things.
If you grind out tokens, you could ostensibly play for free.
It's not that bad. Yeah. I mean, the prices for those are actually surprisingly low.
It would have to be. It'd have to be free, and they would have had to put in Sargeras because I'm a story whore and I don't give a fuck about anything else other than him being in it finally.
But Archimonde's back again.
Nope.
Isn't that awesome? The same guy you've already fought before and almost the exact same raid.
Don't care about Archimon.
Isn't that like Thor's brother, the one that dresses in green? Isn't that who that is?
Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
Totally.
Okay.
Yes. Absolutely.
Also reanimated Monoroth, which I'm also pissed off about. Also stupid looking Gorfian, which I'm also pissed off about.
Yeah. Can't go one expansion without a corpse boss. That's one of the things too. Is I didn't point out that I want to do is just that the fact that it feels like this is yet another expansion where we're just getting the same stuff again.
Yeah.
You know, pretty much all the characters, literally all the characters are the
back?
same things from the old games.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and the same. That was what Kata was like. At least Mists of Pandaria, we got new stuff.
Yeah.
True.
You know
true.
what you can pay a lot of money for and get something pretty cool for, though, is an Oculus Rift consumer release next year.
You dirty son of a bitch.
So it's supposed to be what, Q1 of next year? It's supposed to come out.
Which, if Valve manages to somehow not get stuck in the time warp of Valve time, theirs, the Vive, should be out on Christmas, I believe. So that would put them behind
That's
the
Valve.
Vive.
But it's Valve.
Yes, it's Valve time though. We all know how that goes. Half-Life 3 fucked.
I can't wait to date pigeons wearing the Oculus Rift.
You know, oh god, that would be great. See, I have Among the Sleep just sitting in my Steam library, waiting for me to have an Oculus Rift before I play that game. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna drop however much money I'm gonna have to drop to purchase an Oculus Rift.
You know what else is
I
gonna
think,
drop?
I think people believe it's supposed to be around $200.
Guys,
So.
all right. Listen, I was trying to set up a transition because we're
No,
going
not transition
that's a long
yet.
time.
No.
All right, fine. Are we just gonna go through this list super slowly? I'm fine. I'm fine with it as long as I have your guys' commitment to this thing. Then we're gonna do it the way we're gonna do it and not go fast.
We're gonna do it live. All right, calm down.
Cody, keep talking about Oculus Rift now.
We'll go fast through the ones that we don't care about.
I'm
I'm
just saying.
Calm
Not
down,
sure
children.
advice.
Everybody, everything's
saying.
okay. Be nice. Calm
Everything's
down.
okay. I just started panicking. I was like, first of all, we had two things happen in the podcast that are just terrible, and then all of a sudden there's some racism inside. Now we're getting into this.
All I'm saying is,
Go.
next year when Oculus Rift comes out, I'm going to buy it, and then I will start very many Let's Plays of me playing all of the porn games.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say scary games.
That's what I was gonna say. I'm gonna play.
Okay, fine. I'll play the scary games. Damn it.
Thank you.
Jordan will die next year,
I
guys.
want you to play Alien Isolation wearing that, or even
Oh, God.
anything really, any scary game.
Alien Isolation.
Did I tell you what I did when I bought Alien Isolation? I got Alien Isolation. I put it on my PS4. I booted it up. Saw the title screen with the ship and the planet, and I turned the game off. I was like, nope, not gonna do this. Not today.
But he will do it.
And it was daytime.
Right, Jordan?
Aren't any of you guys? Hold on, really quickly. Aren't any of you guys worried that this might be like Connect Part 3?
No.
A little
I
bit.
kind of am, honestly.
A little bit.
I think it's had too much pre-release footage and like hype that, yeah, after release I think it'll probably fade into obscurity again.
Yeah.
But it's still gonna make a boatload of money.
I want to, like, I see where you guys are coming from, but devil's advocate, I feel like...
Man, you gotta stop advocating that devil. I mean,
Yeah,
haven't you
666.
seen Al Pacino as the devil and Johnny Utah
I don't watch it. Oh, there
as
goes
his
Jordan.
attorney?
Al Pacino's
It's real
pretty
bad. Oh, bless Jordan's soul. Anyway,
All right.
continue on.
No,
Carry
just
on.
you know, if the game developers didn't seem so supportive of this, because Valve, of all people, is making their own. Sony's making their own. Microsoft's making like a weird mixed version, but I mean, there's a lot of support and there's a lot of different versions coming out. If it was something like the Xbox one, like you were saying, that was only from one company that did it, and it was kind of a weird release. Whereas this one's already got 4 major contenders backing the idea of it. So, and pretty much everybody who's tried it has been raving about it. So, I'm excited to sell for it. I think one of the coolest ones I've seen. Okay, whoa.
Yep.
Group video's off. Skype tonight, everybody. Let's just keep talking.
Yeah.
No, but because it says it's going to come back in here in a second, so whatever. One of the coolest implementations of the Oculus that I saw was somebody made a virtual movie theater, and you could actually supposedly connect with other people who had Oculus Rifts and go to the movies and sit down in actual seats from the comfort of your own home. So you could go to the movies with your friends without having to put pants on. That's the kind of world I want to live in.
No, that does sound awesome. That's what I'm really looking forward to. Stuff like that. I mean, imagine we'll be doing this podcast. We're wearing the headset, and it's like, hey, we're sitting right next to each other.
I don't want to be. I personally don't want to be near you guys.
That's why you could do it in a virtual space.
Sergio, you could do it without their pants on again.
I'm not wearing pants right now. I don't.
Oh, okay.
As this podcast has been going on, the pants I had just disappeared.
Just slowly slipping off your body.
Yeah, slipping off my body like a salmon through my hands.
Speaking of things slipping out of people's hands like a salmon, Ubisoft might be abandoning the Xbox One.
See, I would have gone with something leaking. I wouldn't have gone with Assassin's Creed.
Because it's slipping out of the Xbox's hands. Out of Phil Spencer's handsome hands.
Slimy, handsome hands.
Wow.
Slimy, handsome hands?
Mm-hmm. Slimy, handsome hands.
I like how it's just my camera that's just not coming back.
Yeah.
Man. You ever feel like I should go back to hosting the call? Because usually when I host the call, other than the major issue earlier, it doesn't usually have as many issues.
Hey,
You know
we got
what?
a lot of
That's
people
true.
talking in chat. That's
Yeah, I'm having a storm with all these guys. Really quickly, I'm gonna say hi to Zenimus Tail. Is me like a garbage? I think that's
Is
like
Doug
a band
there?
name. Doug is not here. I got no
All
teeth.
right.
I got no teeth. I think that's what Will Smith says in Independence Day when he punches the alien. I got no teeth. It's the
That's
same
what
thing.
Alien says back to him, but in alien language. Smart.
He says no. So he gets a welcome to Earth, which he doesn't actually say, and then the alien goes, "I got no teeth," and then that's how he gets punched
Exactly.
unconscious.
100%.
Perfect. Makes absolute sense.
You know what is 100? I'm gonna do this anyway. I don't give a shit. Then you know what else
Is
is
anyone
100%?
talking in chat? Oh, that's not true now, Zen, because I'm looking at chat now just because he started talking about all of you.
I'm trying to make a segue, y'all. God.
No.
Fine, whatever. Okay. 30-minute demo Fallout 4. That's the end.
I knew this was going to happen because Bethesda would be insane not to have Fallout 4 at E3 at all.
Well, let's
Or just in
quickly
general.
say it is a rumor. Still, it's not
Nope.
confirmed.
Yeah.
Nope. It's confirmed in my brain.
Yes,
That way,
yes.
if I go to E3 and Bethesda does not have Fallout 4 there, I will cry on the show floor. I'll just be random dude crying on the floor.
And if you do go there and they show them, you will still be crying on the floor.
Because I'm so happy at that.
Yes.
Exactly.
I'll probably be crying here in my house.
We technically, if we end up like we did last time we went to a Bethesda one, where we were literally sitting on the floor, we would literally be crying on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Those were fun times.
Lying naked on the floor. And do-do-do-do-do, I don't know the words.
He's trying to sing "Torn" by Natalie Imbruglia.
Thank you. I had it at the tip of my tongue.
There's nothing where he used to lie. Conversation has run dry. I could go on, but I'm not going to.
Like your webcams run dry.
Right? It just.
Yeah.
Have you tried turning it off and back on again, sir?
I've tried. Skype just doesn't like me. Okay, I'll try again. Maybe it'll work this time.
Everybody,
anyway.
Jordan has died and he's been replaced by a spinning circle.
Since
Circle.
we've obviously made rumors into fact, I'm just gonna say the rumors of it being in Boston. So that'll be interesting. We'll see. I mean, look, as long as the people's faces don't look as ugly as they were in Fallout 3, I'm fine. I really like Skyrim's faces in that one.
Wait, did we totally skip Ubisoft today in the Xbox One?
We did. Yeah, it's been a weird night.
I just thought about it for a second.
Oh, yeah,
we
we-
were just talking about that, and then we were.
I
just
think
like,
we got
ah.
shocked when Jordan got like when all
Yeah.
that stuff.
Because I made that awful transition, then I died, and then we are like, "What? Really? That's the thing you're going for?" Then we just moved on to Fallout 4.
Pretty much. It's been a fun night.
But yeah,
Good.
so back to the Xbox One thing. Ubisoft is gonna not even make
Bother.
the Far
putting
Cry
time
4
into
Complete
it.
Edition or whatever.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Far Cry 4 Complete Edition. They're not going to even put an effort to put it out on the Xbox One. So
Because it's
take that while you will.
yeah. I don't really have much to say, but like that's weird.
Well,
Is it weird?
it's once again another reason for me to not turn on my Xbox One
Mm.
because what am I going to play on it?
You can play.
Every multi-platform game is better on PS4, so I just get that on PS4. So I'm like, okay, I'll just get the exclusives on Xbox One, and then Master Chief Collection comes out, and I can't play multiplayer on that. So, granted, I can still play the single-player campaigns, which is fine. It's good.
Yeah, Black Jordan out. I smell garbage. And that's not because he's black. It's just because he's blacked out on the screen.
Help! They're trying to kill me.
Help! Help! That's much.
Help.
Thank you for calling.
Help!
Don't worry, I replaced Jordan. He's got a nice image of him now.
There you go. Yes.
Wonderful.
There you go. Leave that there.
Fantastic.
Good. Perfect.
Yeah. It's been a weird night, guys.
That's a good Jordan face right there. We're going to keep that.
That's literally what I look like all the time, so it's fine.
True story.
Hey guys, what else is gonna be getting revealed from Ubisoft in the next
What?
week?
What is that?
A new Assassin's Creed game.
Of course. So back in
Are
December.
you surprised?
No.
No?
Right.
Back in December, Kotaku showed a leaked image for Assassin's Creed Victory. And then it was like, oh, of course, there's another Assassin's Creed coming out, blah, 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 blah. But recently, there's an announcement that Assassin's Creed Victory, or it might be called Assassin's Creed Syndicate now, is going to be fully revealed next week. And yeah.
Let's hope that it is as good as Assassin's Creed Rogue and not Assassin's Creed Unity.
Which I do have Assassin's Creed Unity on my Xbox One, but I have not played an Assassin's Creed game and liked it. So yeah.
I feel like I've tricked myself into liking that series. I honestly like the honest truth. I liked the first one, and I like Brotherhood. The rest are just kind of one thing.
Like my brother loves Assassin's Creed. Like he played through 2 and had a great time with that. He was playing through 3 and having a great time with that. I'm like,
Good point.
I'm so happy one of us likes this.
Really quickly, someone in the comments actually said, "Will this actually be about assassins?" No, it won't, because they haven't been assassinating anyone since the first game. The first one was about assassins. The other one was about Blockbuster, which is totally all right.
I mean, Black Flag was basically, oh, I'm a pirate who just happens to have a hidden blade. I mean, who's about the least assassin of them?
Yeah. And this next one's supposed to be steampunk, so it's gonna be like the Order 1880 Assassin's Creed.
Pretty much. It sounds more like they're supposed to be kind of like gang members or some stuff. It's weird.
Oh man, so it's like gangs in New York.
Pretty much. That's what it sounds like.
Mhm.
Victorian
Wonderful.
era gangs of New York with hidden blades and hidden bows and whatnot.
I'd watch it. I'd watch it.
Yeah. you guys know me. I'm pretty much the Assassin's Creed fan for sure. I think Shane too a little bit, but
Yeah. I like Assassin's Creed.
yeah. I love
I will-
you know. I think we both agree 2 and Black Flag were probably the best. Yeah.
Yep.
And
Agreed.
I think this one could be great because they kind of follow this trend where like 2 was great, 3 was terrible, 4 was great, Unity was terrible. This could be great.
Mm.
Yeah.
I mean, chances are
But see, I'm
50-50.
worried. I'm
I
worried
feel like it will
if
be better
got-
though.
if the pattern got thrown off by Rogue because Rogue was good.
Well, that's true.
Well,
That's true. I forgot about Rogue.
But that's when they added that extra team. Yeah, I feel like though this will be better simply because they have more time to work on next gen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like for like you're just like get it out,
I
get it
agree.
out.
Because it's
That's
like
what
the
happened.
comparison between Assassin's Creed. We gotta think of Unity as Assassin's Creed 1, and
okay,
Victory will hopefully be Assassin's Creed 2.
that'd be
Mm.
nice.
Hopefully.
I've heard nothing but good things about 2 and 4 and all those things,
All
but
they need to do is actually get a character as good as Ezio.
Hey,
Yeah.
so you two that majority of the United States, can you tell me whether or not like I forgot my answer because I was thinking about how much you guys outnumber us. But this is something about Assassin's Creed. Come on, keep talking. Keep talking.
Okay. Sergio, you think, yeah, Assassin's Creed, people die and stuff.
Assassin's Creed?
People
Where?
beating people
You
up
know-
and taking their money and stuff. Oh, wait, that's
Oh,
Grand Theft
now
Auto.
where
thank
else
you,
people
thank you.
die?
The money stuff. All right, hold on. Do you guys are they gonna? How's that modern day thing been going? Did they just stop doing that?
No, they
Yep.
still do it.
I
Okay.
thought, well,
Really? I thought
yeah,
that was
I guess
gone.
It's
in
kind of
War.
weird, though, the way they handle it in Unity. It's kind of like this, it's just, I don't even... we all pretend it doesn't exist because it's gotten really terrible. So, I
Yeah.
mean, they had this called wacky, ooh, time warps. Somehow
Look at it.
you're an assassin in Nazi France. Woo, cool.
Look at it this way.
No.
I loved. At one point, I really badly wanted a modern game of Assassin's Creed. I don't want a modern game of Assassin's
Yeah.
Creed anymore.
Yeah.
Well,
And
I
the
mean,
worst part is the places we want to go. They're like, fine, we'll give it to you in this side-scrolling DLC.
I know, right? They always said we're never going to do an Asian Assassin's Creed, and then they do it, and they do it side-scrolling. Thank you for that. Appreciate it.
you know, well, isn't Watch Dogs just modern day Assassin's Creed?
I mean, that's kind of, that was always the joke people made. Is
Oh, there's actual crossover though. Like like just like tongue in cheek, just like ha ha. But there was crossover in that, right?
there was those little, the typical Ubisoft kind of like hinting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was that.
But you can get hints to Assassin's Creed and Watch Dogs and Far Cry too. So
Yeah.
I mean, whatever, guys. You know, all the Ubisoft games are in the same universe and all connected.
They are. They really, really are.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is actually all just a prequel to Deus Ex: Human Revolution, which is actually a Square Enix game.
Which is also a prequel to a prequel of Wolfenstein: The New Order.
Yep.
Which is also, which also has a prequel called The Old Blood.
Which is all in The Matrix, the movie. So Neo's actually playing all these games.
Definitely. He's the one.
So, has anybody hit the Old Blood?
Wait, what?
Has anyone
Anybody
played Old Blood?
hit the Old Blood? Wolfenstein?
I have not gotten the Old Blood yet because I'm still playing through the New Order, which is a fantastic game.
Oh, it's great, guys.
Oh, it's so good.
It's super good. I think what makes that game so good is that it doesn't do too much to change things up, but it does them super well. Just the shooting mechanics and the way that it just feels like good to shoot a gun in a man's face who happens to be a Nazi. It just feels real good. And then the sound's pretty good, but I just really like that. I like what's going on there. And as far as I've heard I haven't had the opportunity to play it, but I'm excited to. I know we can't really speak too much of it since we haven't played it, but I'm excited to get back into that world because I really enjoyed the New Order.
Yeah, it's such a fun game. Like, I'm kind of sad that I waited until like now to actually play it, but I'm having so much fun with it.
Oh yeah, it's surprising that it's surprisingly kind of good games that Bethesda's publishing. You know, we got that one, and you got the spooky one,
the Evil Within.
Yeah, that one. I forgot the name for a second.
Have we ever told you guys? Have me or Cody ever told you guys the story of how we got into the E3 booth at E3 2 years ago?
The Bethesda booth at E3.
The Bethesda booth. I said E3 twice. Yeah.
I don't think you have, because I don't remember it.
Okay, this is such a stupid story. So, me and Cody were walking around the show floor, and we get to the Bethesda booth, and they're like having private showings of Wolfenstein, The Evil Within, and Elder Scrolls Online.
Mm-hmm.
So we walk up to the guy, and we're like, "Oh, what's going on in here?" It's, there's a private showing for it, blah blah blah. I was like, "Oh, we're press. Can we get in?" And the guy he stops for a second, looks around, is like, I'm not sure, probably, right?" So he lets us in, and we just sit on the stairs of the theater room while everyone else is sitting in normal chairs, like real people.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just in there. We watch the whole thing, and then they file us all out onto the private floor. So we got to play Elder Scrolls Online and a little bit of Wolfenstein. And yeah, that was it basically. And as we're playing Elder Scrolls Online, this dude walks over to us like, "Oh, you guys liking the game?" I was like, "Oh yeah, it's just super cool." Then I look at this guy right in the face and go, "Oh, the dude outside said to ask one of you guys here if we could get shirts because they ran out there." And the guy's like, "Oh yeah, 1 second." He leaves and he comes back and gives us free shirts. Because I love getting free shirts.
Let me make a segue real quick. Let me make not a segue, just off track real quick. One time, me and my girlfriend, we go to Disneyland. We wait in this random line. We say, "Hey, look at that line." And I said, "You want to wait on it?" And she's like, "Hell yeah!" So we go wait in this line, and then this line turns out to be the advanced 1 month premiere of what was it, Lone Ranger, and we got masks and posters and stuff because they thought we actually worked there because all that stuff. My life is dope, and I do dope stuff.
Yeah, like going to New
in the
York.
name of Kanye. That's something he's actually said.
Oh, let's talk about fighting games, guys.
Yeah, okay.
Just really quick, because there's a patch for Mortal Kombat X on PC that was supposed to fix a whole bunch of stuff, but ended up just deleting everyone's data.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mortal Kombat X is such a fun game, but on PC, NetherRealm is messing up a lot of stuff. Like first, there was the whole problem with the streaming downloads as the game installs, and then now there's this. It was like a 15 gigabyte patch for the game that was supposed to fix everything, but it just wiped everyone's data, and that includes all the stuff in the crypt, which is basically where you can unlock skins and fatalities and all these things. So it's ridiculous. So now NetherRealm's working on another patch to restore everyone's data and fix what happened with the new patch that just came out. It doesn't make any sense.
You know what I never want to do is make a game, because then that happens.
Yeah,
that's the truth.
Like, it would be cool to. I would love to go into a development studio and just watch,
Cody.
see the process of making the game.
I don't know what to say.
Sorry,
Like,
we're gonna break into.
What?
We're breaking up the stream for Cody to talk into a fan to please the fans that are watching the stream.
Oh.
I do this for you people. Oh, for you people.
Hold it up.
Sorry. Hold on, I got a fan by my
It's
dick.
like-
Hold on.
I
There we
don't
go.
know. What do you people want me to say? Tell me what to say in chat, people.
Oh, is that your dick doing the helicopter also?
What?
That's how I made the sound with my voice. I don't know how Cody's doing his.
I hope you guys realize I have to look at the stream to understand what's happening.
No,
I'm
no
sorry,
one knows, Jordan.
I'm sorry that they were
No one
so
knows.
rude to interrupt you, Jordan. But please continue on.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Okay. But yes, that's rough stuff about
Yeah.
the whole deleting all the data.
Yeah.
In
Sorry,
another
Mortal Kombat fans.
debacle, the Green Man Gaming and CD Projekt
Oh,
Red
yeah.
are having a little tiff with one another.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe GMG was asking CD Projekt Red for some Witcher 3 keys so they can sell them on their service, but CD Projekt Red said no. So GMG went and bought a bunch of keys from somewhere else, and then is now selling those Witcher 3.
They were selling.
They were selling. They're not anymore.
No,
No,
they
it's
actually
back up
they pulled
yeah.
their pulled the sale.
Oh, really?
Basically, what happens is GMG's always Green Man Gaming is the website. They pretty much always sell every game for about $20 off, $15. Pretty good discount.
Yeah.
Usually, they get the keys direct from the developer or publisher. In this particular case, it sounded like they weren't able to get keys from CD Projekt for whatever reason. They then acquired keys some other way. They say the keys came from a legitimate source that did have a contract with CD Projekt. CD Projekt is kind of claiming that that's not the case.
Yeah.
But GMG is saying, no, you guys did get paid. And one thing led to another, and CD Projekt called him out and were saying, oh no, you guys are selling bad keys or some nonsense, and you should, they literally told people not to buy from GMG. And one thing led to another, and apparently GMG has now pulled the sale, which they pretty much have always had on every game ever, and they're selling it at full price. Some of the shenanigans theories people have is CD Projekt, of course, has their own storefront,
Yeah.
GOG, Good Old Games, and they also had their own sale that they were doing. That if you had past versions of the game, like Witcher 1 and Witcher 2, you get a bigger and bigger discount. But their discount did not equal the discount that you could get for Green Man Gaming, so people think it was a little bit of shenanigans saying, hey, you can't have a sale better than us.
Yeah.
So we're not going to give you keys. And then GMG, of course, called them on their BS and got keys somewhere else. But it sounds like they pulled the sale to not burn any more bridges.
Yeah. Well. Interesting stuff.
GMG's had problems with keys and whatnot in the past, but they've never been like black market stuff. There's some other websites that I won't mention that definitely do engage into that kind of shady black market key reselling and things like that. But GMG's always been pretty legit. So when CD Projekt made these claims, a lot of people didn't really buy it. But a lot of people did buy the game for cheap, but now you can't. So.
Well, it's weird.
It's a mess, honestly. It's a whole bunch of he said, she said, type of stuff.
It seems like one of those things that should have been behind closed doors,
Sounds like a Limp Bizkit song.
You do it all for the movie.
Just like that.
Yeah. But yeah, that was pretty. Yeah, that kind of sucks right there.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's go.
Doesn't matter though. Witcher comes out in 2 weeks.
Yeah, we're all gonna play the hell out of that
It's gonna
game.
be great.
It's gonna be good.
And of course, in random news, apparently Nintendo is gonna partner with Universal Studios to bring Nintendo-themed attractions to Universal Studios.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah.
One of them will be a pipe that you slide down.
That sounds appropriate. I've never been to Universal Studios.
It's not that great, to be quite honest.
We're not getting that sponsorship.
No, yeah, we don't. Yeah.
Universal Studios, who we are not sponsored by.
Look, here's the thing. I appreciate it because I like all like film stuff and all that stuff. I appreciate it, but I can't be there for more than like an hour and a half, because then, you know, if you're there for the rides, there are 2 rides, maybe 3 if you really are looking for them. And then after that, they don't have like me liking film. There's not that much film stuff to like admire. And then they have just like a couple of shows, so it's like, you know what? I'd rather be at Disneyland. That's what I think every time I go there. It's like I would rather. I wish I would have, but I didn't. Oh wait, I forgot I'm poor. That's why I'm here. I deserve to be here. Trickle down money.
Yeah, I want to go to Universal Studios during Halloween time, just because I want to go to all the haunts. That's all I really want.
You and your spookiness.
I know.
Yeah, so okay, so then during Halloween they're gonna have the spooky stuff, and then Mario's gonna be there at the same time.
Like a zombie Mario walking around.
It makes perfect sense.
Spaghetti.
Keep going.
I don't know what that
Keep going.
was. I just want to give a quick shout out to our chat, because apparently we have somehow inspired a conversation / debate about Scientology. So
Yeah.
And second DX, and I gotta be honest. It's been really fun reading whatever's been happening. These people are crazy. I like it.
Yeah, you guys are all very interesting people. Thanks for watching.
apparently red makes my eyes pop. Hell yeah.
That's true. It does. Oh, it does.
Esports is now a thing in the dictionary.
Yeah, so I don't know how I feel about this. So
Well, you have no choice. It's in the dictionary. So there you go. Next topic.
that's true. You go to dictionary.com and look up esports without the dash, and you'll see a definition of esports.
Mm.
They did officially add it, yeah.
Yeah,
But they spelled it wrong.
they did. Because there's supposed to be a dash in there.
Yeah. No, you're wrong. You're wrong. It's like
So-
iPod. It's got the E and then the big S, okay?
So
Esports? No.
dictionary.com defines esports as noun, usually used with a plural verb, competitive tournaments of video games, especially among professional gamers. And 2 as an adjective of or relating to esports, an esport event, esports gambling. And then there has an origin of esports.
So, all right, did the origin of esports start with his mom and dad getting shot outside of a theater in an alleyway?
Nope. All it says is 2000 and 2005. Electronic plus sports.
Mm.
Yep.
Okay.
So esports now joins selfie, and I forgot what other ridiculous words are now in the dictionary. But this little story made me think: what is the next real word that's
That'll be changed.
be changed? Just like how literally now means figuratively, and also literally.
also
Literally
figuratively.
means literally
Yeah, literally.
and figuratively, simultaneously.
Yeah. I literally took like a 20-pound dump today. No, you didn't. If you did, you'd be dead. I don't believe you. That was a Dane Cook joke back in the day. I think it was like, I literally saw like 1,005. No, you didn't. Yeah, Dane Cook back in the day, guys. And which is another joke by him. Right back in the day, it was Wednesday. Back in the day, guys.
Dane Cook, everybody.
What happened to Dane Cook?
Oh, he's
Dane
like
Cook
in,
So
happened to
much
Dane
cocaine.
Cook.
he's I think he's like in Australia or something.
All right.
You know, be on
What's up,
cocaine.
Shelley? You never
Hey
came
Shane,
back.
you know where he is because you're Australian. All Australians know each other because you all have GPS tracking devices on the back of your neck because you're prisoners.
It's true. Just ask your Uncle Crocodile Dundee. I mean Paul Hogan.
True. Everybody, if you want to see an accurate depiction of Australia, go see Mad Max next Friday.
Yep.
I can't wait for that.
Australia is literally a bunch of very handsome, muscular men driving around in crazy cars with pirate flags, shooting at each other. And
That's a good
blowing
point. They
colorful
basically
smoke
are
in the air.
dirt pirates. You're right. They are basically dirt pirates.
True.
Yeah, dirt pirates.
They're pirates.
Confirmed.
I am not one of those. That's
I'm just
fine.
saying, no. Like it makes sense. Their cars are the boats, and then they're like board the ship, and they use the giant sticks and they board and all that stuff. It's the same thing.
Exactly. They did kill Voltron at the end of Avengers too.
Yeah, but that was after they let him combine into a bigger Voltron.
They combined with Mighty Morphin Power Rangers to make Ultron.
Yep, the Megatron.
I'm sorry for podcast listeners on iTunes. You'll probably be very confused by that
Yep.
statement.
Yeah.
But keep in mind, we're watching people.
I guess the last piece of news is that Witcher 3 got leaked like all great games do, unfortunately.
True that. I'm not going to look at any of it because I'm currently on media blackout for The Witcher.
I'm not going to look at it because I couldn't find it for the half an hour that I tried looking for it. So I can't. I'm just going to wait.
I don't think it didn't like pirate leak, at least yet. It typical nonsense where somehow some store somewhere decides it's somehow 2 weeks in the future. Let's release the copies now.
Yep.
So I want to live it, but that store could be near me, please.
There's an island where you can take one step, or not one step, like a couple steps from one side of the island to the other, and you're literally a day ahead or a day back. It's somewhere in the ocean.
It's Themyscira. That's what that is.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
It's where Wonder Woman's from.
Neat.
Yeah.
That's a real. That's for real. The name of it.
The more you know.
Okay. Well then.
Well,
I guess yeah.
I think that's everything.
I think that brings us to my favorite section. What are we playing? What are we looking forward to? So let's start with you, Sergio. What are you playing and what are you looking forward to?
I'm worried about finals. So I'm not really worried about all that other stuff. Graduate students have to do research and stuff, but luckily my research has to do with like comics and stuff, so that's good. Nothing much, but next week will be the beginning of my stream.
Is there a day? Is there a stream?
It's gonna be Thursday. That's when I'm going to start officially, and then the series is called Sergio Gets Hard, and it's where I play games on extremely hard difficulties because I'm very terrible at games. So why not? I suck at games. First game's going to be Dark Souls 1. Why not? Because it's a hard game. I'm not very good. The first bridge guy was tough. So I'm just gonna restart it because that's as far as I went. So hopefully I'll have these two here, Jordan and Shane, to guide me through this. But if not, then I'm on my own, and I will have to sit.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it. Do it.
Do it. Do it.
Speaking of
that's
shows,
me, yeah. Shows.
Shane, what are you playing? What are you looking forward to?
I'm playing a whole lot of nothing right now because I was busy, but I'm looking forward to mounting my friends in the near future.
Perfect. Ooh.
2, hunting my friends as props. And
All's
3,
possible.
shit, I don't remember the other game.
Jesus.
And 3, shit. Okay.
Orion something. Chasing
Dinosaurs.
people. Dinosaurs.
Hunting your friends as dinosaurs.
Hunting our friends as dinosaurs. Yes, we will be streaming all of this stuff here on the Twitch page. So make sure you follow us or you'll miss it.
That is true.
Or you could totally miss it, so you don't have to watch me just like get my ass kicked for however many hours.
Nah, come on. Everyone wants to see that happen.
And to be perfectly honest, in the next week or so, a game called Honey Pop might appear on the stream.
Ooh.
Are you gonna play Succulent?
I can neither confirm nor deny that Succulent or the car game
Stick
will
Shift?
appear. on this stream. But there's a good possibility they will.
I want you to play those games so bad. Cody, what are you playing and what are you looking forward to?
Oh God. Let's take a wild guess here. What do I play every week? Trying to take over the world. No, I am playing.
Pinky in the Brain reference.
Yes. Guild Wars 2. I gotta get my money's worth out of that game since as we talked about earlier, I spent way too much money on it. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's been some cool stuff. They're starting to announce the new specializations for all the classes slowly and surely, and which is adding new interesting mechanics and things like that. So I'm excited to see where that's going, and I was hoping to get a beta invite, but I did not decide to go grind for one. The way they did it, beta invites is basically you had to go to one of the in-game zones and just play your heart out and hope to God you got a random drop item that would give you an invite. And unlike other people who spent dozens of hours, I decided I had better things to do with my time. So I've been playing a hell of a lot of PvP in that game because to those of you who aren't familiar with Guild Wars 2, it's got that really cool system where everybody's gear in SPVP, not in the big open world PvP, but the smaller arenas and battlegrounds basically from like WoW. In that kind of smaller scale PvP, structured PvP, that's the word I'm looking for. All your gear is the same basically, so it's pretty much entirely skill based. It's not this guy's been grinding out 100 hours of PvP and I'm just coming in, I'm gonna get my ass kicked. World of Warcraft. It's actually skill based, and I've been doing pretty good at it, and I'm enjoying myself. So I'm probably gonna be doing some more of that. And if I can figure out why Guild Wars 2 doesn't like Open Broadcaster, I will try streaming that.
That'd be cool.
So,
while you're doing that, see if you can find my hacked account running around somewhere around in the world.
one place, somewhere. They're pretty good about getting that stuff back, so you guys should try that, because it would be dope to play some Guild Wars 2 again. With all y'all.
Well, I just know my female character is in a bikini on a beach somewhere.
Awesome.
Yeah, you are a man.
And then my male characters are just hanging out. No one's touching them.
I just want you to know that I'm going to be playing as a woman in Dark Souls, and she'll be properly dressed. Not like you misogynist.
Sergio's not going to be spending $10 to buy skimpy dresses.
Oh god. So that leaves it on me. Let's see what I'm playing. I'm still playing Wolfenstein: The New Order. I am getting towards the end of that game. It's a really great game. If you have not played it, I highly recommend it. It's a first-person shooter, no multiplayer. It's purely a first-person shooter, and it's good. It's really, really good. That's actually. Oh, I've been playing that in Mortal Kombat X.
Not on PC, hopefully.
Not on PC. No, I'm doing this all on PS4 because my rig is old and I need to upgrade that. Yeah, I mean, I've mostly just been playing those two things and Shovel Knight here and there on my Vita.
Shovel Knight.
Which is a fun game. If you guys have not played Shovel Knight yet, I also highly recommend that. And yeah, that is it. And of course, to The Witcher. I'm really just killing time before Witcher Wild Hunt comes out.
I kind of feel like that's what all four of us are doing. Just kind of biding time. I will admit, like I did go and look online to see if any Witcher copies came out.
Yeah.
In a certain fashion that has to do with piracy. But
No, only console. Only consoles leaked.
Yeah. Like, of course it is.
It's funny because they always talk about PC piracy, but it's always the console worst.
Right?
So.
Because someone always has to break the ship date.
Because consoles have hard copies still.
Yeah.
PC games barely have hard copies anymore.
No, but I just mean like when you go look at piracy websites and stuff like that, there is the legit digital versions of it, and they're always out before PC. So
yeah, true.
But I guess with consoles, you got to do all kinds of fancy stuff to get it to work, whereas with PC, you just click button, receive pirated game. So
Yeah.
We do not encourage piracy on this podcast.
I think I don't either. I think if I saw Witcher, I definitely probably wouldn't even download it because I need that legit. Because CD Projekt deserves all my money.
Oh yeah.
That game looks amazing.
Oh, I cannot wait for that game.
You guys haven't seen Conan O'Brien last night did one of his usual Clueless Gamer skits with The Witcher 3, and it was amazing as usual.
Yeah.
He was on a great quest to try and figure out how to have sex with Yennefer on top of a unicorn, and he did it.
Nice.
And he was very happy. A little too excited. He might have got a little action of his own, so you should check it out.
Yep.
Yeah, I was thinking about maybe playing some older games just to, get myself ready for newer stuff coming out.
You're right. Now that you say older games, you're right. I did play a game. I played Jedi Knight 2, Jedi Outcast.
Ooh, very good.
Ooh.
Very good.
Yeah, because Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition is coming out sometime soon. So I was thinking about, popping in the old Devil May Cry HD collection, just playing through that again. I've, of course, need to play through all of Metal Gear again before the Phantom Pain comes out. Yeah. So I was thinking about doing stuff like that. And, of course, I'm going to bring back an old show that I used to do back 2 years ago, which I'm looking forward to it, but I'm also not looking forward to it.
Oh, you're looking forward to it, Jordan. Stop it.
It's happening, everyone.
It's
I'm
wonderful.
not looking forward to it as much as the rest of us are.
I know.
But you're looking
Yeah.
forward to it.
Yeah, the last time we did this, he almost had a mental
You almost
breakdown.
died.
Yeah.
We legitimately, he just disappeared for 40 minutes and we thought he died. So,
Yep.
Completely true story.
All those things happened. And that's all I'm gonna say about. I'm not gonna say what it is. But I guess just stay tuned for that because I got to get that all set up before we can actually start doing stuff with it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that is everything. So thank you guys so much for watching. A special thanks to all of you in chat who've been hanging out with us this whole time.
Yep.
Thank you guys for just hanging out and talking to us. Interesting.
Even if most of the stuff that you said was kind of
interesting things
interesting.
being said in there.
a little bit of talk about Scientology and things of that nature.
We're open-minded here on this podcast. We'll talk about anything.
They've exposed the fact that I'm not actually black, so I gotta show my
was
real
a
face
ruse.
sometime soon, guys. I mean,
It was a ruse this entire time.
they
Go to our
figured it
YouTube.
out.
You can see Jordan's blackness.
Blackness confirmed.
He was
Absolutely.
born. He was born in the blackness. You merely adopted it.
Exactly.
So yes, you can find us on Facebook, YouTube, and of course Twitch.tv. Just search PixelClicks Podcast, and you'll find all of our stuff. Like us on Facebook, subscribe to us on YouTube, follow us here on Twitch, and of course you can follow us on Twitter at PixelClicksPod because we couldn't fit the
And
cast in there.
subscribe to the podcast on iTunes.
Subscribe to the podcast on iTunes because we are there as well. MP3 version, if you want to go to pixelatedgeek.com and it'll be there. Just search for PixelClicks Podcast. So yes. So I'm Jordan, that's Shane, Cody, and Sergio. This has been PCP, the PixelClicks Podcast, and we'll see you guys next time.
Later. Remember, next time is on Saturday. So.
Next time's on Saturday at midnight.
Yeah. If you guys are crazy and you're awake.